Monday Night Raw, 8/31/2020. This is the only review that truly matters in this community. Forget all those other annoying loudmouth, pipsqueak, ankle biters that try to preach you their opinion. All you need is talking facts with BC, and that's what we're dropping in this very review. Clearly, we're still traveling the country today, so we're in audio format. We're trailblazing town by town and steamrolling city by city. But I assure you, you are getting full amplification for this Raw review. You got Titus O'Neil fighting in Raw Underground. Dolph Ziggler decides to grace us with his presence for no fucking reason. You have ninjas traveling around in a minivan. Dominic Mysterio already getting a chance at a title opportunity. Oh, hell is breaking loose. Who's here to talk about it? Because we need to talk about it. Oh yeah, the Amplified Man's here to talk about it, and I ain't gonna make you wait anymore. We talk about it right now. The entire first half an hour of this show consisted of a Randy Orton promo on Drew McIntyre, really a promo on everybody Orton has punt kicked over the last several months. Keith Lee then hits the ring and cuts a promo on Orton. Dolph Ziggler then hits the ring and attacks Keith Lee from behind. Orton retreats, and we go to commercial. That is how we start Monday Night Raw. Post-payback. That is how we start a Monday Night Raw that is going to leapfrog us into September of 2020. And that is how we start a show that is supposed to get us excited for 3 hours of Monday Night Raw to come. Did Dolph Ziggler excite you? Was your pulse not electrified with Dolph Ziggler? A dude that only comes around when his favorite cherry cheesecake is being served at catering? Somebody please tell me what is the difference between Dolph Ziggler and the Brooklyn Brawler. Yes, Dolph Ziggler has more talent. Dolph has better looks maybe. Dolph Ziggler can get laid more than the Brooklyn Brawler. None of it helps him in that ring because to the Amplified Man, it looks like Dolph Ziggler is flat on his back looking up at the lights nearly as much as the Brooklyn Brawler used to. It is ridiculous that Dolph Ziggler is in this glorified jobber filler role because he's just a filler. He's just sent in from time to time to do the job that is needed. Dolph can carry good storylines too. That's what really gets me. Dolph Ziggler has been involved in some interesting storylines. Dolph Ziggler's got the talent to be a champion of any sort. And for years, they have made me, somebody who has not only liked Dolph Ziggler, but gotten behind him several times when I knew he should have been pushed or when I thought he was being pushed. And they made somebody even like the Ant-Man not even care when that music hits. Or when Dolph is in that ring with the talent that he has, and I couldn't give two shits. I'd rather go do a load of laundry. I'd rather go fix the fucking roof. Fix a flat tire in the parking lot on the car that doesn't even have a flat tire. But I want to do anything other than watch Dolph Ziggler. The old man in Stamford, Connecticut has made it such. But that's how we start the show. We come back from break, and sure enough, we have Keith Lee versus Dolph Ziggler. And this match went more than 7 minutes. So Dolph Ziggler lasted longer than Randy Orton did with Keith Lee from Payback. And truthfully, Dolph Ziggler gave Keith Lee a much harder time in that ring than Orton did at Payback with Lee. It's ridiculous! Yeah, I beg the question, what's the difference between Dolph and the Brooklyn Brawler these days? Sure, the Brawler lost more matches, just about every match, but it seems like Ziggler loses every match. And though that's not the case, the fact that it seems that way, perception is reality. And it's bullshit. Do something with this guy or get him off TV for a long fucking time until you completely repackage him. Because he's bringing zero excitement. And I swear to you, that's the way you're going to start the show. You're going to get shit on. From good old BC. We tune in for 3 hours. We're hoping that something from the jump is going to captivate us. Dolph attacking Keith Lee is not that something. I'm pretty sure I speak for everybody. Now, Keith Lee wins this match with the Spirit Pop-Up Bomb. I still call it Pop-Up Spirit Bomb. And Lee advances to some odd main event. It's going to be a triple threat later in the night. This was one of the qualifying matches. There's going to be 2 more later in the night. Dominik Mysterio versus Seth Rollins. That's right, Dominic getting a chance at a title match. That's fucking hilarious in its own right, and I'll get to that in a little bit. Trust me. I'm not letting that one slide. And then there was another one as well with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. I actually like the way that went down. That was probably a 60-second match, but I do like what happened there. I'll get to that in a couple minutes as well. So Keith Lee advances to the main event triple threat match. Winner gets a shot at Drew McIntyre's title at Night of Champions, Clash of Champions, Doing Things with Champions, Cheesecake with Champions, who the fuck knows? Pay-per-view every fucking 3 weeks. But the next pay-per-view, Drew McIntyre will take on one of these 3 individuals. Next up was Asuka, middle of the ring, and she says it doesn't matter who's ready for Asuka because Asuka is ready for everybody. Mickie James hits the ring and says she wants a shot at that title, and I'm like, fuck yes, please. And then Lana and Nattie hit the ring, and I'm like, fuck no, dude. Reminds me of, what's that movie, Observe and Report? Was that the movie with Seth Rogen and Anna Faris? Anna Faris' store in the mall gets robbed or some shit. And Seth Rogen, who's playing a mall cop, he's asking Anna Faris if she's all right. And Anna Faris is like, physically, yes. Psychologically, no. That's what I thought of with this, man. Mickie James is like, I want that title. And I'm like, yes. Lana and Nattie come down and I'm like, no. My mood, my attitude, everything changed in a split fucking second, the drop of a dime, the hanging of my hat. Everything changed, man. And instead of seeing a cool showdown with Mickie James and Asuka, we now have Lana and Nattie in the ring. Yeah! Woo! Nattie and Lana following Dolph Ziggler. If this isn't the greatest show on television, then I don't know what is. Why does this company constantly feel the need to parade a plethora of wrestlers to the ring every time we need to crown a #1 contender for a title? I'll tell you why. It's because they don't build anybody up to be in that spot of #1 contender, and it's pathetic. Downright pathetic. All they need to do is build superstars. They don't even have to be larger than life at first, not from the jump, but just build them. We'll find out through their it factor, through their charisma and personality, through their talent and skill level, if they can become larger than life. But you gotta give them a chance, Vince. You gotta give them a chance. Nobody gets a chance. So we never truly know who is a #1 contender. So they parade everybody from the locker room out there. And that's why you see so many triple threats, fatal 4-ways, fatal 5-ways, fatal 97 ways. Battle royals for championships or to crown a #1 contender. You name it, you see it in this company because it's easy booking. They realize they haven't built anybody, so let's parade everybody out there. We'll put a bunch of smoke and mirrors up there, and we'll hope nobody realizes. Mickie James. and Asuka. That's all you needed. That's all you needed. A rematch from, what was it, guys? TakeOver Toronto, I want to say? Wasn't that Mickie James and Asuka? It was phenomenal. That's the type of women's action I want to see. I believe that was Mickie's first match back to WWE, too. It was under the NXT umbrella. And again, I believe, guys, that was NXT Toronto. Mickie James and Asuka tore it down. Give us that. Why is Lana out there in Nattie just to take TV time? You could be building up Mickie James, who clearly still has another run in her. Probably fucking 3, knowing her skill level. She could be, I don't care if she's in her 40s, she could be in her fucking 60s and still better than half that roster at least. So all you gotta do is build up Mickie. No, instead of taking the time to build up Mickie, they want to parade Lana and Nattie out there. They need screen time. They need airtime. They need to be recognized. They need some shine. Why? Surely nobody needs to see Asuka versus Nattie again. Surely nobody needs to see Asuka versus Lana. Like Lana's gonna do anything to that title or for that title. Or to Asuka for that matter. Imagine those words. Lana defeats Asuka for the championship. Oh, that's the day. That's the day the Amplified Man is gone from the tube, I assure you. Because what more do I have to say with this company? That'll be the day I utter the words, Lana defeats Asuka. Bottom line is Mickie James was there. It was for the first time in the show, a moment where I could kind of get to the edge of my seat and get invested. And they gotta ruin it. They just gotta fucking ruin it with everybody. We end hour number 1 with Lana versus Mickie James. Mickie beats Lana, and again, I just ask you guys to imagine James versus Asuka for that championship. Night of Champions, Clash of Champions, Cheesecake with Champions, Doing Things with Champions, whatever the fucking pay-per-view is titled. Mickie James versus Asuka, please. There is weeks to go before that event. Why do I feel Vince McMahon is going to add Lana and add Nattie, and this will be a fucking crazy, stupid, dumbass fatal 4-way? Because it's something the old man will do. Because now, in his dome piece, he's thinking, this is a storyline that people are into. People want to see Mickie and Asuka be in a tag team match with Nattie and Lana next week. Because that's what this is leading to. I bet you there's going to be a tag match, Nattie and Lana versus Asuka and Mickie James next week. Somehow this is going to lead into a fatal 4-way. Because Vince doesn't believe Mickie James can sell tickets. Not that tickets are being sold, but pull in viewers. We'll keep it at that. Pull in viewers, pull in eyeballs. Vince doesn't think Mickie James can do such. But it's Lana and Nattie that are going to bring those eyeballs. Yeah, okay, buddy. Unfucking real. Mickie James, Asuka. End of story. Mickie James picks up a victory over Lana at the end of hour number 1. They actually gave Mickie James some airtime, probably trying to show the world that she's not being punished for what her husband Nick Aldis said to WWE officials, most importantly, Bruce Pritchard, about the ratings being so low. And we believe that Mickie James was being punished. So she gets some airtime, she gets a victory, maybe even a title match down the road. Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens starts hour number 2. Winner goes to the triple threat main event later on in the night. Aleister Black jumps Kevin Owens pre-match, and Black fucks this man up, finishing him with a badass Black Mass. The bell then rings, and Randy Orton picks up the scraps that Aleister Black left behind. An instant RKO, and Orton wins and advances to that triple threat. And just like that, everybody that was crying Randy Orton was done dirty, you see how fast he can bounce back because he's that damn good, and it's that damn believable. As high as I am on Randy Orton, and as much as I know how good he is, not just as in that heel role that he's been in especially as of late, but just as an overall professional wrestler the last couple of decades, you know how good Orton is. And yes, when I saw him lose via a backslide at SummerSlam, I was pissed. When I saw him lose in 7 minutes to Keith Lee at Payback, I was like, what? But never did I think this dude can't bounce back from it. A lot of people made much more out of that than should have been. It's Randy fucking Orton. I believe in an instant, he could drop an RKO and become a champion of any sort. And in that instant, you saw how fast he took out Kevin Owens. And again, you can put that asterisk next to that victory thanks to Aleister Black. I love what this does for Aleister Black and Kevin Owens. Anybody that thinks Owens was done dirty last night, no. Owens is finally involved in a storyline. It seems like he hasn't been involved in anything special since before WrestleMania. Ever since WrestleMania, it's just the Kevin Owens show here and there and getting his nose into other people's business. If anything, this escalates and further tells a damn good story with Aleister Black and Kevin Owens. So that's one plus. The other plus I saw last night, aside from Randy Orton bouncing back from that 7-minute loss to Keith Lee at Payback, the third plus that I liked last night was Aleister Black's character development. Aleister Black is one of those dudes that did not need to turn heel because he's so damn good. And he could have been and should have been even bigger and better than what he was in NXT on the main roster. But Vincent Kennedy McMahon screws up 99.99% of his pro wrestlers and doesn't even give them a chance to become superstars. Aleister Black is in that category. So instead of talking about how Aleister Black today is one of the biggest faces in the company, we're talking about him being so low on the totem pole that Vince McMahon felt the need to turn him heel. And the fact that Vince McMahon felt the need to turn him heel shows you how out of touch that old man in Stamford truly is. Aleister Black had no business turning heel, but now we're at a crossroads. Do we just give up on Aleister Black because of VKM? Or do we continue to get behind this dude? I choose to continue to get behind this dude. All I ask for is even a speck, the littlest grain of good, consistent booking for this dude as a heel. And I'll get behind it. Right, that Aleister heel character had layers last night. He seemed unhinged. He was methodical. He was Randy Orton-esque, right? And those are all characteristics I can get behind in a heel. So yeah, I'll give this a real chance and a real shot. I just hope that they, management, the suits and ties, VKM, I hope they give this a real shot. Aleister deserves it, man. This isn't just about fans. Aleister deserves this. So yeah, I hope they do give this a real shot. I like what I saw last night. It further developed him and Owens, and it also catapulted Randy Orton right back to where he needed to be and where he is going to be. We'll talk about that at the end of the night. But Randy Orton has bounced back tremendously from that 7-minute loss. And this matchup just set that up. Next up, it wouldn't be a professional wrestling show in 2020 without a 6-man Schmaz Fest tag match. The Hurt Business versus Cedric and the Viking Bums. Cedric defeats MVP with the awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating Farouk roll-up. Why are there even finishers anymore? It is clear nobody can kick out of the fruit roll-up. Why even try to hit your finisher? Just hit the roll-up, dude. You're gonna win. Nobody kicks out of the roll-up these days. You could be 6'7", 320, you ain't kicking out. You could be 4'1", 120, and you ain't kicking out, dog. It could be the first minute of the match or 30 minutes into the match. Just roll everybody up. 6 dudes in this match, and a roll-up decides it all. Not surprised. Her Business takes the L. Next up, Liv Morgan and Ruby Riot versus the Iconics. Ruby defeats Billie Kay via the... Wait for it, you guessed it. Ruby defeats Billie Kay via the awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating Farouk roll-up. That's right. In fact, I joked just a second ago about why even have finishers anymore, because the roll-up is all you need in your arsenal. Well, the entire end sequence for Ruby and Billie Kay was them rolling around the ring trying to roll each other up. That's a true story. The whole end sequence was Billie Kay and Ruby Riot rolling around the ring trying to roll each other up, because they knew. They were already taking BC's advice. Let's just try to roll one another up. That's how we're going to win this match. It's the only way. So they rolled around the ring for 30 fucking seconds until finally Ruby rolled up Billie Kay. Riot and Morgan earned a title opportunity already. I mean, they just formed less than a month ago. I believe they had one victory. What was that? At the kickoff show of Payback, maybe, and then they won this match last night, and all of a sudden they're catapulted to a tag title match. Why? Because there is no tag teams in WWE. No legit ones, anyway. So in WWE, if you win one match, you get a title opportunity. Hell, if you're just a tag team, you get an opportunity. Hell, they'll go and find you as a singles competitor, put you with somebody else, and they'll make you a tag team. A la Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. These two are feuding with one another. Next thing you know, they're going for tag titles and actually winning them. I don't know what they're fucking doing in this company anymore, man. So all of a sudden, Ruby and Liv get a title match for Cheesecake with Champions or whatever the fuck is the next pay-per-view. And on top of that, because the Iconics lost, they now have to separate. The Iconics have to split up. What? Who made that? This is such... I shouldn't even question shit in this company anymore. I really shouldn't. The Iconics have to split up if they lose. And Ruby and Liv get a title match. I mean, nothing made sense here. Nothing. And I have people, and this is serious, they tell me to sit back and just watch. Sit back and enjoy it. And if you just give me a little bit of realism, just give me something that makes sense, common sense, some type of logic, I swear to you, I can suspend my disbelief. I will absolutely enter the ludicrous world of pro wrestling because I love it. I just need you to make a little bit of sense. Just a little bit, man. But when you make none... BC, it does make sense because there was an interview beforehand and the Iconics were talking about them splitting up if they lose. Okay, what the fuck? I don't care if they were talking about it for the last week. I don't care if they were talking about it over chocolates and wine at 2 a.m. with one another, gazing into one another's eyes, talking about they're going to split up if they lose their next match. I don't give a fuck. It does not make sense. It comes out of nowhere. So anyway, there you go. Back-to-back matches, back-to-back fruit roll-up victories. Hour number 2 ends with Seth Rollins versus Dominik Mysterio. This is the third and final qualifying match for the triple threat main event. Ray can't compete, so somehow Dominic gets his shot. If Ray can't compete, see, this is what I mean. If we were basing this on realism, right, you would have a roster that has been being built up, and somebody who is actually deserving to take Ray's spot would take Ray's spot. But here you have Ray not able to compete, so he just chooses his fucking son. He just gets to choose. Who's running the ship? Nobody. Wait, you're telling me there's a ship on the water and nobody's controlling it? That's what I'm telling you. It could hit an iceberg. We don't know. Who's controlling the fucking cockpit in the plane? Nobody. Wait, there's a plane in the air and nobody's in the cockpit? That's what we're telling you. Who's driving the car on the highway? Nobody. That little shitbox Prius is driving itself? That's what I'm telling you. This is a company that is driving itself. There's nobody controlling it. Nobody is running this shit. Or there is. One fucking conductor and his name is fucking VKM, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, the old man at Stanford, Doofus McGee. And that's the biggest issue. Aside from him, there ain't nobody. Unfortunately, he's got the end decision in everything. Thus, nothing makes sense. Dominik Mysterio going for a fucking championship, or at least the opportunity. It's just odd, man. Nobody wants to question this. I'm the only one, and then they say, hey, PC, man, you just gotta relax more, man. I love this shit. I'm not just going to sit back and watch it crumble over one bad, stupid, dumb fuck decision after another. That's awesome if you guys can do that. I can't and I won't. I don't care if they say I overanalyze shit or I overcritique it. I'm the boogeyman, the mean guy, the bad guy on YouTube. I don't give a shit. I have to call this out because nobody else is going to fucking call it like I do and dissect it like I do. Everybody just wants to go with it. Because they're fighting $1 billion conglomerate. Vince isn't going to listen anyway. Why even hoot and holler, BC? Because it's all I know how to do. Maybe I'm just as fucking stubborn as the old man. Dominik Mysterio, man. The kid's good, by the way. He's impressing me, you know. He really is finding his own, and I like what I'm seeing from Dominic. And I really liked the ending of this match. Because thankfully we had some realism in this match. Rollins wins via a stomp. And I love how this was just clean as fuck. I love how Rollins just won this match clean. The stomp flipped him over like this was a foregone conclusion. And even, who was it? Tom Phillips? Yeah, Tom Phillips, I believe. He said even before the 3 count, Tom Phillips was already saying what a gallant effort by Dominic. Even before he lost the match. And I like that because it shows you that, yeah, the kid had heart. Yeah, the kid did good. But he was an underdog for a reason. You're taking on Seth fucking Rollins. On no planet should you be beating Seth Rollins one-on-one, Dominic. And he didn't. And there wasn't even that much cheatery or trickery or underhanded shenanigans that needed to happen. It was a one-on-one match. Rollins wins. I like that. I think that's what I mean when I say there is victory in defeat. That speaks volumes and does wonders. Way more for Dominic than if Dominic was to win that match. Dominic losing that match the way he did so much more for Dominic. Trust me, guys. This is Dominic earning those stripes, doing the jobs now. I'd rather this, because that's realism, than coming in and beating the roster. Dominik Mysterio, he's like a fucking Power Ranger. Nobody can take him out. And be careful, because once he puts the fruit roll-up in his arsenal, ain't nobody taking out Dominic. So as we cover the 3rd hour, it may get a little louder. We have some tree choppers that just came into the area, dressed like Daniel Bryan with the size of Eric Rowan. So just pay no attention to tree chopping Chucky and lumberjack Janela. Clearly they're paid off by Vince and Kenny McMahon to sabotage this review so the truth doesn't get out to you guys. Ain't gonna work. I wouldn't put it past McMahon that he paid that B in yesterday's review for Paybacks, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a mechanical B paid for by McMahon to sabotage my review yesterday. I wouldn't put it past McMahon that he paid Lawn Mowing Larry to show up in that remote town. I wouldn't put it past McMahon that he paid for those 75 trains to go through my review yesterday. I wouldn't put it past this man. He knows the Amplified Man, and I know he would love it if the truth wasn't getting out to you guys. I would not put it past Tree Chopping Chucky and Lumberjack Janela being paid on the payroll for Vince and Kenny McMahon. And I hope they hear that. That's right. It's a conspiracy. But, no, seriously, if you hear loud noises, guys, there's trees being chopped down. I told you I'm in some remote fucking town, man. When I say I'm traveling the country, I'm not talking just big cities. We're going through fucking small town America, man. I'm screaming across America. People are looking out their windows like, damn, we got a lunatic in our town. Nah, it's just the Ant-Man. Well, kind of the same thing. Either way. Hour number 3 kicks off with Raw Underground, Titus battling Riddick Moss. Titus is a better brawler than a wrestler. That much we learned last night. But Titus still got knocked the fuck out by Riddick Moss. But at least Titus got some airtime getting physical last night, right? Every time we see Titus, he's like saving fucking babies from burning buildings and saving cats from trees before Lumberjack Janela gets to him. He's fucking contributing to every charity imaginable and known to man. He's helping pregnant ladies have their baby. I mean, Titus is just like, he's like the ultimate superb, perfect human being. right? I mean, you forget he's a wrestler, much less on Vince's payroll. I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up out of nowhere and sabotages my video. I mean, at this point, seeing Titus on WWE TV, you're like, what charity is this? Are we supposed to be donating to Raw Underground? Again, he gets knocked the fuck out, but hey, it was good to see him for a couple minutes try to throw down. And again, I thought he was a better brawler than he is a wrestler. Maybe there's a future for him in Raw Underground. I don't know if that says much. And I don't know if we need to see that. Anyway, moving on. I don't know if what's next is any better, guys. Back in the parking lot, Ninja Tozawa loses his 24/7 title to R-Truth via the awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating Fruit Roll-Up. This was actually well done, though. Security wouldn't let Tozawa in. Tozawa showed up in a soccer mom van. Either it's on loan from the best friends in AEW, or maybe it was AJ Styles' soccer mom van. Maybe it was the Viking Bums. I remember they were driving around in a soccer mom van. I don't know, but Tozawa now is in a soccer mom van, or at least that's what it fucking looked like. And security wouldn't let him in, and he's like, I'm Tozawa, and these are my ninjas. That's literally what he said. Security's like, who are you? He's like, Akira Tozawa, and these are my ninjas. So he gets out because security won't let him in, and he's like, this is ludicrous. I'm the 24/7 champion. And Tozawa notices that security, that the jacket that's on this dude, it doesn't look too legit. So he rips open the jacket. Sure enough, it's an official referee. I almost said fucking costume, but who knows? Bailey was a fucking referee a few months back at a pay-per-view deciding a match. So I guess anybody, you could pick up a fucking referee outfit at your local Party City store. In WWE, anybody and everybody's a referee. But the point is, this security dude is a referee. And R-Truth comes out of the little security booth. He rolls up because nobody can kick out of a fucking roll-up, not even a ninja. Ninja Tozawa gets beat for that 24/7 title. I don't know. This was a ludicrous 90 seconds I actually enjoyed. Tag Tornado match was next. Street Profits versus Garza and Andrade. Zelina Vega, 411 of Heaven, was on fire last night. Like, fire! Oh, Zelina looked amazing. And by the way, man, Dominic Mysterio's sister, Aaliyah. Now, I don't want to say too much because I don't know how old she is, so I'm not going to get in fucking or get anyone else in trouble here. But wow, is she going to grow up to be a beautiful woman, because she's already a beautiful girl. Aaliyah, damn! Rey Mysterio done did good for himself, man. He created a beautiful daughter, and I don't know, I just got to say, BC's in love. BC is in love with Aaliyah. I believe her name's Aaliyah. But fuck. I gotta talk to Daddy Mysterio and, I don't know, can BC get a date maybe? Fuck. But anyway, back to Zelina. She was also on fire last night, like she usually is, but last night's outfit, man, got BC thinking about some things. Don't worry about it, alright? Don't worry about what I was saying, alright? Oh, fuck. I'm losing it even more now. The match itself was just like their other 314 matches this year. It was mediocre. Retribution hits the ring, and we don't even see a conclusion to Street Profits versus Garza and Andrade, which means we're probably going to get it a 316th time. Retribution again hits the ring, throws a temper tantrum, and runs away before their parents can ground them. Enough said. Okay. More Raw Underground next, with Duke and Shafir fucking shit up when Peyton Royce throws Billy Kay into the Lion's Den. Billy is knocked out immediately, and it's safe to say that it really is the end of the Iconics. Peyton Royce didn't look too upset that she just threw her friend in to get beat up by Duke and Shafir. So, the Iconics are no longer iconic! There you go. That was one last time, guys. You'll never hear that again. That's probably a blessing to most of you. I didn't mind the Iconics, to be honest. I always felt there was a place for them on the roster. Was it winning championships and winning 3, 4, 5 matches in a row? Absolutely not. Their role would be to lose mostly, absolutely. But there was a role for them, I thought. A lot of people just never gave them the real chance. And they annoyed a lot of people to the point where they just didn't want to see him. I mean, I understand. I'm just one of those people that didn't mind them. Was I a fan per se? That's hard stretched. But I didn't mind them, and I saw potential, man. It's one of those situations where I wish that I was in control of the creative book. because I know how I would book them, and I would get a lot of people to really be invested. Whether they hated them or loved them, they could be invested. But that sucks. But yeah, that really is the end, man. Peyton Royce said, check you, bitch. The Hurt Business then beats Hurt Business, I don't know what to think of these guys, because in the ring, Hurt Business is booked kind of 50-50 lackluster. I mean, Bobby Lashley is losing 3 matches in a row, or in a feud with Rusev trying to win over Lana, and then the next week he's winning a United States Championship. Shelton Benjamin is on a 2-week winning streak, and then he's on a 3-week losing streak. MVP is a United States champion, and then he's not. Then he is again, then he's not. Then he's hot, then he's cold. In the ring, Hurt Business is booked horribly. On Raw Underground, Hurt Business looks like the best thing since sliced bread. And the Hurt Business last night beats the how you doing out of Cedric, Ricochet, and Apollo in Raw Underground. And they did it pretty cool. All of them either were tapping out or were just knocked out. And Hurt Business gets up like, whoa, bitch. I liked it. Hurt Business in Raw Underground always looks badass to me. It's almost like Raw Underground was built for something like Hurt Business. Forget the name alone, Hurt Business. I mean, that sounds like something that belongs in Raw Underground, but the feel, the vibe of Hurt Business, just, it fits there. They're booked better there. I don't know what that says about Raw Underground or the Hurt Business. It's just an observation. They have to be booked better in the ring. Lashley getting a championship is half the battle. What happens next with his battle? What happens with him with that championship? How you book him with that belt means everything. The belt's not going to make the man's going to make the belt. Main event was the triple threat match that there was a bunch of qualifying matches we already went over. Now we have all those winners taking on each other in this triple threat. The winner is going to take on Drew McIntyre at Cheesecake of Champions. Randy Orton versus Keith Lee versus Seth Rollins. I literally have nothing bad to say about this match. It was fun. Keith Lee looked great. Rollins was in top form, and Randy Orton steals the W after Lee does the dirty work. Lee pop-up power bombs, spirit bombs Seth Rollins, and then Lee gets RKO'd. Orton hops over Keith Lee. I kid you not, he hopped over Keith Lee with the quickness like he was one of Tozawa's ninjas. Like he just found out there was the cherry cheesecake and catering, and he hopped over everybody, man. Keith Lee's a big boy. Orton looked like he was 20 years old again. Hopped over that sumbitch, did a ninja roll right onto Seth Rollins. 1, 2, 3. He picks up the scraps that Keith Lee left behind. And I like how Lee was not the one that got beat here, but Rollins saves face a little too. Yeah, he got pinned by Orton, but Orton didn't do shit to Rollins. Rollins got caught up in Keith Lee's business. I don't know, I just thought that was all beautifully done. And again, I told you guys Orton would be fine after Payback's 7-minute loss to Keith Lee when everybody was flipping out, and I said, this is Randy Orton we're talking about. It's like Bray Wyatt. A lot of bad shit could happen to them booking-wise, but they're still going to captivate you. If you think Bray Wyatt or The Fiend is not going to captivate you in the future, you're mistaken, or you're just lying to yourself. Bray Wyatt's buried, man. He's ruined. And then in a week, we're going to be talking about how awesome a Bray Wyatt segment was, or how awesome Bray Wyatt was in that promo, and he captivated you. That's what you're going to be talking about, because nobody's buried or ruined. It's horrible booking. It sucks. We need to do better. But you have to remember who you're talking about. Ricochet, maybe you could say that about. An Ali, a Buddy Murphy, an Aleister, especially if this heel run that he's having now gets booked tragically. Then you can start talking about people being buried. But you can't use it for everybody, because people like Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt will make you look like a fucking fool time and time again. And Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton have made people look like a fucking fool in this community time and time again. Pipsqueak loudmouths looking like chumps every fucking time. On this very community, on this platform, Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton and people of the like have shut motherfuckers up. And it's always music to my ears. You gotta remember who you're talking about. Randy Orton was never buried because of what happened at Payback. In fact, again, the backslide that he suffered to Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam was worse than this 7-minute loss. to Keith Lee. And when it was all said and done, Raw goes off the air with Orton, arms held high, the ultimate victor of the night, going for a world championship. No harm, no foul. Keith Lee gets the big monumental win at Payback, and Randy Orton is right back where he belongs. All good. Relax. Drew said he was going to give Randy another title shot anyway. So Randy was fine from the beginning. People forget that. Whether he won last night or not, Randy was going to get a shot. He'd be right back there. So yeah, hour number 3 was a little wild, but at least it ended with a pretty damn solid main event. And that, my friends, was Monday Night Raw. I'm getting the fuck out of here. It looks like Lumberjack Janela and Tree Choppin' Chucky are about to chop down a giant redwood. About 37 times, Eric Rowan. So, yeah, we're gonna... Actually, I would like to see this motherfucker go down, but it's probably an hour away. I gotta hit the road, man. At some point, we have to get back to the other side of the country. I know there's a special Tuesday night. I think it's called Super Tuesday for NXT tonight. It's on a special night. NXT is on Tuesday night, which is tonight, on the USA Network. Maybe I'll try to cover NXT for tomorrow, guys. So be on the lookout. You should be subbed and notified anyway, and you guys will know when that video goes up. Maybe I can get back to AEW this week too. They've been on an off schedule lately as well, Saturday and Thursday nights, and I think AEW is back on schedule this week. Either way, I'll try to do AEW as well. I mean, I don't care where I am in the country, man. I'm feeling it this week, and I want to give you guys content, whether it's an audio format or not, you know, as long as you can hear my words and my thoughts on the product. That means a lot to me, and I know it does for you guys. All right, I got to get the fuck. Okay, it looks like they're putting some... What the fuck you looking over here for? I can be here, brah. Looking over here like they either want me to move or they want my help. You gonna pay me, motherfucker? Got a fucking tree fall on me. Alright, I gotta get out. I don't know what's going on now. Much love, guys. I'll talk to you later in the week for more content. Check you later.